guitarsounds.com. Kristen and Aljon here with a very special guest. She has had a recurring role on NCIS, and she's also been on Jag and Quantum Leap as a very, very little girl, but now she's all grown up and in a brand new TV series that celebrates a new season on ABC Family. It's an original series called Pretty Little Liars. Please welcome to the show, Troian Bellisario. It's great to have you here on the show.
Hi, it's wonderful to speak with you too.
We've seen an evolution in your character, Troian, the character of Spencer since season 1 with your friends, the clique of liars, Toby and her family. What do you think about the progression of your character?
It's funny. It's actually kind of difficult for me to speak about her evolution just because I'm so deep in it, and there's so many, I feel like there's so much more that she can do, I think Spencer's biggest evolution has been being able to let go in terms of she's learned through getting her friends back how to keep friends and how to be supportive. I think Spencer, because the family that she grew up with, has a very strong and black and white sense of what is right and what is wrong, and she sometimes thinks that she can control other people. And she's learned to kind of just be supportive of her friends and not let that get in the way of their friendship. I still think she has a long way to go with that in terms of being judgmental of other people, and I think her biggest lesson in that was the relationship with Toby. She really ran the gamut as far as thinking that he was the one who killed Allison, he was the one who might be involved with A, and he was their mortal enemy, and now there's nobody she holds closer than her friend Toby.
We found out in the last episode Ian might still be alive. How does that change the relationship between Spencer and Melissa?
Well, it's now huge because it's a huge change. Because before, it's funny because I totally understand where Melissa is coming from. This is the father of her child. This is the man that she saw herself being connected to for the rest of her life, and to hear the possibility that he could have killed somebody in the past that attempted to kill her sister, there's almost a safety and finality in him being dead. If he is alive, if she does, and he comes back and she now has the opportunity to choose between believing me and absolving him and choosing to go with him, or believing me and getting away from him, or destroying her relationship with her sister and leaving with a murder. Her allegiance is to this man. So it just makes things a lot more complicated than if he were to be dead and then we would just have to be dealing with Melissa mourning him. I think it only makes things more twisted, as all things in Rosewood end up being.
What traits do you share with the character of Spencer?
Spencer and I are very similar in that when I was Spencer's age, I was very studious. I was the valedictorian in my class. My academics meant everything to me, and my family put a lot of pressure on me to do well, but it was also mostly coming from myself. I felt that I had to be the best and the brightest at everything, otherwise I wasn't worth anything. And I think Spencer definitely feels that, and that's something that I have grown out of. I've only grown out of it with age and by having life experiences and what's more important to me. And Spencer hasn't had those life experiences yet. She's truly steeped in the middle of trying to be perfect in every way. And so I would say that that's the biggest similarity and difference between Spencer and I, is that I hope one day Spencer will get to go through the sort of, life-rocking experiences that I have at certain points that make you reevaluate what's really important and get off your own back a little bit.
Can you tell us what the origin is for your name?
Yeah, it's an old family name, a family surname. My great-grandmother was Maria Giuseppe Troian Bellisario, and it's Etruscan. It means woman of Troy. I'm fortunate enough that in a family full of Michaels and Nicks and Davids, I got a pretty epic historical name.
Does your family have a nickname for you?
I mean, everything. Usually people call me T, or one of my friends call me T Rizzle. It's anything with T. T-Bone, T-Bird, T-Rex, whatever.
Can you kind of spill the beans on whether or not you know who the mysterious character of A is, or do you know who it is?
Oh my gosh, I feel like I could answer this question a million times and nobody would ever believe me. They will not tell us who it is. To be honest, I don't even think they know who it is. And I don't mean that they don't have a few different choices, but every time I speak to them, they are keeping their options as open as possible. I think that, maybe Marlene, our executive producer and our creator of the show, has a hard, fast choice, and she's now working towards that. But I remember there was a time in the writer's room where they told me we had 6 different options for people that could be A.
How do you prepare for those scary, life-threatening scenes?
It's quite hard, I think, because it's really hard because, to be honest, we're like always having our life threatened. There's always something that if it were actually happening to you, it's the things that were happening to the girls were happening to me. I feel like I would just be a break, and I would ask my parents to commit me to a mental institution and just leave me there for my own safety. But you can't play that all the time. There are moments when A threatens the girls and it's just a nuisance. And there are moments when A threatens the girls and it throws Spencer into a rage. It's like as human beings, we don't ever have one reaction. So I think it's determining where we are in the story. What was the last time A, tried to get under our skin? What are the stakes at this present moment? And really connecting all of those things to determine, is this truly a scary moment? Is this a moment where I completely lose my self-composure? Or is this a moment where we're all 4 of us are in the jungle and we're all being scared, and if I go to pieces, everybody else goes to pieces, so Spencer has to be stronger. And that's what gets you out of the moment of, oh my God, I just have to feel scared again, because I might jump off a cliff if I thought that was the only way that I was going to be doing this acting for however many seasons this show is going to be running. And, it's not just about that. It's about what are the circumstances. Am I completely alone? How much fear do you show when you're alone? Is it more? Is it less? It's those things.
Our guest today, Troian Bellisario, Pretty Little Liars star on ABC Family. The new season's going on right now, Tuesdays at 8/7 Central on ABC Family. When you're not filming on the set, what exactly do you like doing?
For me personally, I try to sleep if there's any free time, because we're all really tired all the time, pretty much. So sleeping is a big thing. I also try to write and to just work on other projects that I am trying to keep afloat while I'm doing this.
When you are reading the script, do you tend to get surprised with what's revealed?
Now spent over 2 years with Spencer, and so when something happens to her, it's very close to my heart. Even when something happens with the other girls, I love being surprised, and the great thing about the show is that I'm guaranteed one of those oh my gosh moments when I'm alone reading the script all the time. That's why we're always so excited and so antsy to get the script.
You've been involved with independent films and other large productions, especially TV shows. How do you like having more of this regular recurring role?
Yeah, it's very, very different. I was actually just speaking to this really wonderful guy in our crew last night about this, because I came from, even though I grew up in TV, I studied theater, and one of the things that I love about theater is that you have a huge rehearsal process to explore one section of a narrative, a play. And one of the hardest things for me is, not hard as in difficult, but hard as in, I feel like something can be left behind in the speed of television. But then again, it's also the excitement of what you're doing. You really only have a couple takes to get it. You got to bring what you have to the table and your opinion, and everybody's there to play fast and hard, and you just try to do the best you can under the circumstances. The other thing that I've learned that I feel is the most important thing about this job for me is that I've learned truly how to carry on. When you're working 10 months out of the year on something, there's going to be times when you have bad days. There's going to be times when you're busting up. There's going to be times when you're sick. And I think a lot of people have a lot of ideas about how glamorous it all is and how fun it all is. And sometimes it's just making sure that you are